All right, so just get comfortable in a seated position or lying down. And perhaps we can do a Qi Gong exercise called the inner smile. So the inner smile might appear as an outer smile as well, but the invitation is to, yeah, see if the body can smile on the inside, playfully and poetically speaking. Imagine that smile of joy, the times in which we felt really content or happy, playful, celebratory, light, easy, whatever words we might associate with the words inner smile. And we could just imagine that the organs of the body are smiling, and the heart and the interior landscape, so to speak, inside the body and inside the tissues is just, yeah, smiling. And this isn't hocus pocus. It does actually have effects in the apparent cause and effect. There is things can appear to change in the system when there's this invitation for the imagining of smiling inside. The body actually receives information. So we can just imagine whether our eyes are open or closed, that the body is smiling, if we like. And whenever we want to breathe out through the mouth, that is more than welcome. Easy and effortless, open wide. The body is open. And then we can invite a lightness as well as a smile into the body. And just playing with that without the intention to make it that way or to make it a different way. There's just the simplicity, stark, open simplicity of what's appearing, what's arising. As though every muscle, every fiber, every organ and gland is smiling gently. And that just is allowing for the lightness to pervade around the body. Any tension and heaviness can also be smiling at itself, in the imagination at the very least. And we sometimes think that thoughts and imagination is something distant from the body. I would say not so. And whilst we're sitting here, one more invitation before we explore the possibility of movement is to invite a radiant color, a vibrant light into the majority of the organs. So this is a Qi Gong exercise in which we can remain seated or lying down, and our eyes can be gently closed or completely closed. And we can begin with the lungs, and just imagining the inner smile is pervading as a dazzling white, bright light in and around the lungs. Without expectation, without need, without that strong desire to change anything, but rather just the play of imagining and sensing the lungs here as glowing white radiant light. And the lightness of that, the ease of that, simplicity, and the joy of that. If we're visually inclined, then that might be quite apparent. We don't have to be, of course. It might be more of a tactile, a touch-based sensation. Just like feel the tissues of the lungs. Feel the breath breathing with the lungs. And the lungs themselves breathing elegantly and effortlessly. If we are visually inclined, we could even imagine that on each inhale, that white radiant light glows brighter. With each exhale, just relaxes slightly. And we can move on to the kidneys in visualization and feeling tone. Kidneys at the sort of, I think, where the mid and the lower back meet each other. So in sort of like the region, not quite at the base of the spine, not quite in the sacrum either, but sort of the mid to lower back region. So they're not too low down, but they're not in the center either. But just imagine these kidneys, if we have both. If we don't, and we only have one, doesn't matter. Either way, just imagining a beautiful, bright blue, glowing light radiantly shining there with a gentle inner smile emanating from kidneys. We could even imagine breathing into the kidneys here. Could imagine gentle breath breathing into the batteries of the body associated with the water elements in Chinese medicine, and tranquility as well as energy. Hmm. And if we like, we can gently transition from the kidneys to the liver, located around the right side of the abdomen, just around that sweet spot where the diaphragm meets the abdomen. An essential organ responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of functions in the body. And imagine a gentle inner smile radiating and pervading all around the liver with beautiful, bright green light. Like a lovely emerald or jade color, brightly shining all around, within and without the liver. Smile into that space could appear to appear. For the simple sake of joy and lightness. And from the liver, you can imagine transitioning to the heart, the myocardium, located in the center left, slightly left of the center of the chest. Associated with the fire element, passion, joy, and love. A gentle scarlet red energy in brightness and lightness can emanate from here with joy. And the fifth organ we can imagine moving to, on the left side of the abdomen, the spleen, radiant in topaz yellow light, with joy, radiance, vitality, simple enjoyment of the spleen, in the spleen, radiating out of the spleen. Hmm. And lastly, we can imagine a beautiful glowing purple light, bright purple light, traveling up the triple warmer. It's called the triple warmer in Chinese medicine, but it seems to equate to the Sushumna in the yogic tradition. It's essentially the central midline with all of the central energy wheels and chakras move from and to, like a trunk, an energetic trunk of the body. This is for balance and harmony. Glowing bright purple light from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. You could just gently play with the notion and the possibility that the lower, mid, and upper dantians, those energy centers, are in equal measure in harmony and balance. The lower dantian being behind the navel, the mid dantian being in the heart space, and the upper dantian being in the center of the brain, like the third eye. Lovely, balanced central energy. Through the simplicity of introducing this inner smile energy and the radiance allowed and permitted to glow all around the body, we might notice any subtle or gross effects that this has had on the so-called mind, the so-called heart, the so-called body, the way in which it feels right now. It's not coming from a place of needing something to be different necessarily. It's really just a celebratory exploration of the body, the energy body, the physical body, and every other imaginable body could appear to appear. And with that, maybe then we can just play with movement. So we can just move however we want to, really. After that, the body will find its way of expressing how it wants to. I'm currently rocking forwards and back, but one might want to go side to side or do something else. Mm. So we can just move however we like to. Introducing whatever movements feel nourishing right now and enjoyable, playful even. Wherever we are, play. Mm. If we like, we can do the wave. Yeah, this is a lovely spinal flexion and extension. It's also nourishing for all of those organs we just apparently meditated on. Did I really just say the word meditate? Is that a naughty word? Ah, this is all playful. It's all play. The play of bodies being what they are. No right or wrong way to conduct. Just a simple, playful celebration and exploration. When the body likes to move and dance, stretch, bend, twist, fold, etc. It's moving from a place of wholeness, not towards it. Mm. Wave motion is absolutely lovely. For getting some fluidity into the spine, but also around all of those muscles surrounding any organs as well. Ah, and however it wants to be, whether it's small or big movements, once again, is it a possibility and a welcome thing for the body to smile, like for it to smile in and out, smile with the movement and the way in which it likes to stretch and flex and extend. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Just keep that going, enjoying this lovely wave motion. And maybe, we can find ourselves waving down and staying down in a forward fold. However far we want to go, we can place our forearms on the ground, our hands on the ground, rest them on the knees or wherever. And we can just like let the head collapse down. Really enjoying that nourishing stretch on the back body. And we can imagine the smile into the back of the body. Mm. And if we're folding forwards here, hands on knees or floor, or even the arms on the floor, if you like, we can wave from side to side, like a tree in the wind, or like the ocean waves, elegantly swishing from side to side. Mm. Whatever movements are available. So this is just a lovely fluidity of however the body wants to express. There's no right or wrong here. Nourishing. Can even move around and play with different ways of moving. Hmm. Do circles if we want to. Something else. Oh, that's it. It's pure open playfulness. The body is so readily allowed to enjoy the way it wants to move without cognition necessarily all that involved. It's just like when the body is openly allowed, permitted to move, it seems to really enjoy it most of the time, or much of the time. So much nice fluid movements going on around the spine right now, and the shoulder blade, the arms, the hips, and the pelvis. Mm, mm. Okay, so maybe if we like to, we can just place the hands firmly on the ground and sense the enjoyment of feeling the ground if we want to. Feeling the hands on the floor, the mat or the carpet or the ground, whatever is there, feeling that texture. And without tensing up in the shoulders here, we can imagine the the palms as well as the fingertips are firmly planted like roots. And the eyes are open or closed. And just feeling that real solidified sensation in the palms and the fingers. You could even imagine, for the simple play of visualization, imagination, and the enjoyment of sensation, that energy is moving up and down the arms and the hands. You could even imagine that there is a lovely exchange of energy between the hands and the ground. Like just for the again, just playing with it if we are visually inclined and we like imagining, we like just the pure play of imagination. We could imagine that just in the same way the roots of the tree are getting nourished by the nutrients in the soil. You could imagine a nice, gentle, fluid exchange between the hands and the earth, as well as the sit bones and the earth, of course. And then we want to do a microcosmic orbit. So I'm just making this up. Well, I'm not making it up. I have trained to do this, I promise. But it's just pure spontaneity. Pure spontaneity. The microcosmic orbit is a beautiful flow where we imagine that we're recycling energy by moving it up the midline and down the midline. So his hands are doing this lovely circular motion here, and they come up, fingers somewhat facing the midline. And then as we come out through the crown of the head, it's like facing forwards. Really lovely flow. And, you know, if you want to get the spine more involved, of course, it's most welcome. We can flex and extend. We can do like that similar wave motion. We don't have to. Microcosmic orbit. A lovely mimicking of nature at large. So it's a reflection of the macrocosmic orbit, where all things are spiraling around each other in the storyline of abstraction, of course, where there are planets, elements, seasons, nature. Everything is moving in cycles and spirals. In the same way, this is just a lovely, playful imitation of nature, really, at large. Things orbiting and cycling, spiraling. And if we wish, we can breathe in on the way up and out on the way down, if we haven't already intuited that. But again, it doesn't have to be, strictly speaking. We can sync up the breath, the in breath and an out breath. Lovely flow Maybe sensing the hands and the energy in the hands, kinesthetic sensations wide open throughout the fingertips and the palms. Mm. Okay. Then we can have a chi ball. If we like, we can explore the chi ball. The breath in and the breath out. Gentle expansion and relaxation of an imaginary ball between the hands. I say imaginary. Of course, we can feel the kinesthetic sensations here, glowing and buzzing, throbbing, pulsing, vibrating electromagnetically in the hands and the fingers if we are kinesthetically inclined. That means tactile, sense of touch and sensation, sensuality, vibrant and alive in the hands and the fingers. This is our chi, our prana. Very nice. Okay, and then just imagine that we're generating this beautiful, beautiful Hadouken, or what do they say in Dragon Ball Z? Kamehameha or something. It's like a beautiful ball of radiant light, but it's going to wash over the whole body. The big, beautiful inner and outer smile. We take all of that energy, apparently, imaginarily at least, accumulated between the hands and the breath, the movement, and the energy of breath. You can imagine just taking all that energy and washing it down the body, pulling down the heavens, breathing in, reach up, exhale down, washing it over and down, breathing in, big, beautiful ball of light, radiantly clearing anything unnecessarily held or stuck. Breathing in, big, beautiful ball of light. Imagine that just clearing the space around the body as well. Lovely, open, bright field of light, and then exhaling down the midline, just playfully washing down, relaxing meridians and nadis for no other reason than enjoyment. And then perhaps on the last one, we can just extend the arms up and out. We can breathe in and just hold it at the top if we like. Just take up space. Fingers can spread wide. Open, open, open. Lovely big stretch. And if we want to twist or do a lateral here, that might be nice. We don't have to. When we're ready, we're just going to wash it down the midline again. But I might take an opportunity to do a quick lateral before we do that. Ah, nice. Whew, that is so nice. One more time. Okay. Then maybe one last big, beautiful stretch before bringing all of that gorgeous energy down midline. Okay. Do you think it's a good time to lie down? Yeah. All right. So we can do a nice lying down portion. And if we want to do any movements from a lying down position, we can. We can do full body stretch, or we can do windshield wipers, happy baby, or we can just lie in Shavasana. So I'm just giving that option for the body to play with how it wants to move in a lying down position. But you might just want to stay still in a supine lying down position. And alternatively, if we want to remain seated, that's totally fine as well. Eyes can close down. We're just going to really relax as best as we can with the total utmost enjoyment of relaxation. Again, there's this lovely invitation for relaxation to be enjoyed rather than something that's tried. We don't have to try to relax. There's just the simplicity of whatever is happening, however we want to be. That's it. Just pure enjoyment, pleasure of the body allowed to be as it is, how it wants to move, how it wants to breathe. Thriving in its effortless expression. And however the body is situated, however it wants to be, it's just that lovely invitation of the simple enjoyment of what is already. Expressing as all of these sensations in their vibrancy and their vitality. No need for change, no need for figuring something out, just openness. The openness that this is already. And the body is allowed to smile from head to toe. Smile inside and outside. Could even imagine that the body is enriched and infusing that smile into every single tissue, every cell, buzzing brightly with glory, lightness, ease, whatever else it might like. No right or wrong. Hmm. No right or wrong, just openness, as however it appears to be. However it appears to be. And once again, we could imagine, if we like, if we enjoyed it, every single organ and gland together just lit up vibrantly like Christmas lights. White radiant light in the lungs, blue, bright blue radiant light in the kidneys, dazzling green light in the liver, beautiful scarlet red light emanating from the heart, a sweetly dazzling yellow light in the spleen, and the lovely violet or purple colour in the midline, the triple warmer. Mm. And if we like, before opening the eyes, if we want to, we can rub the palms together and generate some heat. Place them over the closed eyes. Rubbing the palms, generating some lovely warmth and energy there. Placing those bright, beautiful, energized hands with all of that chi and prana accumulated over the closed eyes without touching the eyelids, resting the face and the head in the palms like a lovely caress for the brain, the pineal gland, visual cortex, and gently opening the eyes in the closed palms and removing the palms slowly, slowly to bring the YoQini inner smile session to a nice, smooth conclusion. Namaste. So, thank you so much. And thanks everyone for watching this on YouTube. I host sessions like this each week. Do come along. First session is free, and there are subscription plans as well for discounts. I enjoy sharing this. I hope you enjoy following it and playing with me on YoQini. Much love.